I remember I was scouring some online forums, I think it was a student room, and I saw something about dreams, and it read, don't look into a mirror if you start lucid dreaming. Now, I have never controllably lucid dreamt, but I was able to slip in and out of it sometimes whilst I was dreaming. And I remember being in a dream, and then I came to inside a dream, and I was like, wait, okay, I'm lucid inside this dream. Let me go do something weird, right? Let me go look inside that mirror. And I remember like teleporting to my room or something, right? And I don't see walls or anything, I'm just sort of on my floor, nothing else around me is materialized. I just sort of see my wardrobe that I had back when I was like 16. I look into the mirror, and obviously by normal physics you expect to see a reflection, and in the dream I just didn't see a reflection.
So it started off as like a normal dream where I was just swimming and sort of flying underneath like a lot of bridges that sort of look like Amsterdam bridges, if you know what I mean. And then I was like traveling around, and then I think it turned into like a half lucid dream or whatever. I saw a lot of like people around me. Some of them were like tourists, some of them were people I knew, yeah, friends or like just acquaintances. And I think I just like got naked and like flew out of my like self. I started like sort of making fun of everyone around me, like not making fun, I was just sort of like I'm awake and you aren't, and then I woke up.
I have this recurring dream once in a while where I basically dream of myself being in a volcano, and I have the Indiana Jones hat, like the whole fit costume, and I'm walking through this bridge, and then there's like these two cages. One has like, usually it's like my brother, and then some family member or my dog or something like that, and then they always make me the sign. Yeah. And then usually I decide something, and then in the end I say people, but sometimes people die, I don't know.
So I used to have a lot of dreams of just walking around in circles in deserts, outside castles and fortresses, and your knees would stop working, or like your legs would work, or you would be like, you'd know you're running out of time.
Once I was fighting the police, and I beat them. The police. But most of my dreams are about like school, my teachers that I hate. So if you're my math teacher, f you, hope you're sad.
In Romanian culture, and I think actually in Christian culture, a dead person stays on earth for like 40 days, and on the 40th day they go for the judgment day. And on the 40th day, without knowing that it was the 40th night after my grandma passed away, I dreamt that I was in Elephant and Castle station, and I was inside, and trains were passing and everything, and I knew I had to get out of the train station, but I was very avoidant. And then I looked at my phone, and I see I've been staying there for 200 years, and then I decide, oh, I cannot stay. So I decide to walk to the exit, but I cannot see the exit though. And there is this woman in front of me, and she's like walking like this, and she hits me with her hand, and she turns around, and it's my grandma who passed away like 40 days ago. And she looks at me, and I just avoid her, and then I don't see the exit though, and then I wake up.
Yeah, one day I was dreaming about my grandma who passed away around my birthday like 3 years ago, but I wasn't able to go to her funeral in Korea because I was in London. On the day she passed away, she popped up to my dream, and then she was so like a natural, alive, like just a living person, like saying, "David, I'm okay, it's fine." Like, and then I thought she was back to life again, and I thought like she's like just fine. And I was so happy, I was crying, but I felt my body was like achy weird. And then once I opened my eyes, it was all about dream, and then I was so sad I couldn't do anything. On the day she got buried, she popped up again, and it seems she was so cold and so skinny with a bare foot, and then she was shivering, and then I was wondering why she's just sitting like a poor person. I was like trying to wrapping her, but she was like still very sick. And then I asked my mom what did she do for her, because like in Korean culture, when people passed away, they normally burn their clothes. And she said she didn't do that. So I asked her to do that for her, and then she did it. And then a week after, she came into my dream again, and then her face was so happy and peaceful, so healthy, and like I thought like it was so weird that like how our like dream affects how the people who are not living in this world, and it's like a connection between beyond the boundaries of our living life, our afterlife.
Alright, so I had one dream recently, and it had to do with the show, and I think it was more on the stress dreams where you know everything's going wrong, and you wake up in the cold sweat. But I got like really nervous about it, but I kind of enjoyed it also, because that means you actually care about something enough to like lose sleep over it. And I think like that's kind of representation of the show, is like cared enough about it to lose sleep over it. So I hope everyone's enjoying it. Yeah.